City Manager's report, Mr. Munn.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, wow.
Goodness. Item,
Oh, I could.
yeah. Item 11.
Somebody had a late night last night. Cheering for the Panthers.
Come on now.
Oh, he was at the game. Okay.
That was a good game.
Tell us later what happened in the last second. I haven't figured that one out yet. Item 11, City Council report, Ms. Craig.
I do have a few things that I would like to bring up. First of all, I have had quite a few conversations and telephone calls in reference to how well the city is doing picking up leaves. I don't know which department that really is. I don't know who's over that. Paul.
Since you put it up,
Okay.
Paul.
Could you come to the podium just a second, please? I just really wanted to compliment you and your staff on a job that is a big job at this time of the year of getting those leaves picked up. But whoever's over those are under you, they've done a great job. And the citizens are aware that you're doing a great job. So I certainly appreciate that.
Well, I can't take credit for that. That's the guys out there. They're working hard. They're coming in at 7, stay until it turns dark, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, working on Saturdays as well, too. The latest report that I've got right now is based on last year's numbers. We've collected roughly 20% of the total loads that we took over to Duke Street last year. But we are collecting them as they fall. We're keeping up as best as possible. We are trying something new this year, which I'm sure everyone's aware of, that we are only collecting brush the first week of every month while we're in peak season, which normally lasts till about mid-January. And we will be sending out more Blackboard message calls as we get more and more into the peak season as well, too, just to inform customers. For instance, if you're picked up on Monday, we're going to let everyone know the week before that we're going to be in your area, just to let you know, so it gives you the weekend to rake your leaves to the curb.
Well, a job well done.
Well, I
And-
will pass that on tomorrow morning.
Please do, because the citizens are certainly aware of it and appreciative of it. So I just wanted to bring that to the council's attention too. The other thing is the Gastonia Optimus Club Park, which is 98% complete, will be opening on this Saturday, November the 23rd at 10 o'clock. The public is invited. Certainly feel free to come and enjoy the park with the playground equipment and the picnic tables. And there will be some children's giveaways, so please come and enjoy. And I can't talk about the park without talking about the employees of the city. The staff has done a fantastic job in making that vision come to life. It wouldn't have happened without the department heads and the employees that have worked there. And it's really interesting. I've stopped by there quite a few times, and the employees will come up to me and say, "Oh, this is great. This is great. We usually work on water and sewer, and that's not nice." And then you cover it up so nobody even sees what we do. So they really, really have taken ownership of this park, and I couldn't be any prouder of our staff and our department heads and how they've worked, because this has been a collaborative effort with all the departments. So I don't usually get speechless, but I just don't really have the words to tell everybody how much I appreciate, and West Gastonia appreciates it, because they just can't wait to get on that playground. They keep saying, "When can we?" When I was by there this afternoon, 2 little girls came out of their house. I don't know which house it was, but they came out and they said, "Can we get on the playground?" And I said, "No, not yet. But Saturday about 10:30 you can." So everybody, and hopefully all the citizens in West Gastonia and the city of Gastonia will come out and enjoy the opening, and that's my report.
Let me say, if I can go back just a minute, let me tell West Gastonia and the rest of Gastonia that the staff did a marvelous job. They did a wonderful job, couldn't ask for any better. But someone was in the typical ball tradition. You did it. And I want you to know that I know how much time you spent, and I know how much effort, and I know how you feel about it. So congratulations. And
It's
thank
something
you.
all of us can be proud of.
Well,
Very, very proud
We all
of.
will be proud of
Yep.
it, but it's certainly
But thank
wonderful
you.
for
I
for West
appreciate that.
Gastonia. Todd.
Just two comments, Mayor, and you hit on one I was going to bring up. So many people don't know how much work she put into this.
Yep.
And it's very much appreciated. I know staff worked very hard, and we're certainly appreciative of that, but I don't think a lot of people know how much Councilwoman Craig had to do with that. And the only other thing is I hope all of our city staff, employees, and residents have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir. Gallagher.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Brenda, really, Optimist Park, I think we'd have to rename it because I keep calling it Brenda's Park.
Yeah. Brenda's Park.
Mr. Mayor, I was at something I didn't even realize we even did in the city. It was Brides Across America. And it was at Poffy Girls. And the owner, Sybil Lata, and her husband, Bob, they came together, and this venture's been in play for about 3 years. They also had the founder, Heidi Johnson, from Brides Across America, come by. And what they do is they give out wedding dresses to girls whose husbands have been in the military and are stationed overseas. One of them, Brenda's husband, was the scoutmaster, and I was the assistant scoutmaster with him over there at Troop 4, David Pollier. His bride came. David's serving in Afghanistan right now, and he's going to be there until May. He's going to get married in July. They're getting married July 12th. And Poffy Girls gives the girls wedding dresses for free. They give them a veil and 2 pieces of jewelry. And girls came from 7 states in the United States. There were girls that came from Maryland, Tennessee. 2 girls that were in the front were from Alabama. They camped out overnight. And this was just, they did this free of charge. And they got them all dressed up and all, and then they brought them outside. So it was I can't say enough for Poffy Girls. If anybody's thinking about I know my daughter's engaged, and I'm going to have to probably go buy this place. But anyway, I want to encourage others out there. The other thing is, on Saturday, I was with Walter Kimball and his wife at the Country Club, Gaston Country Club, for Temple Emmanuel's 100th anniversary. And they also have something coming up in December. You'll have to check their website. There's a girl that's going to be a doctor, a professor from Vanderbilt University, is going to be speaking about a religious subject at, what's the the Baptist Church?
It's
Huh?
Judeo-Christian relations.
You know it?
Yeah.
Judeo-Christian relations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And do you know the date?
Yeah, it's December 5th. I believe it's 6 p.m. and it's at Unity Place, which is St.
Baptist?
Stephen's Church. Yeah, the old First Baptist Church.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be excellent.
Yeah.
I look forward to going to that. I was also at the 100th Habitat for Humanity's house dedication. Thank you, police chief and the fire chief and the guys, the sheriff's department who came out. You guys built that house in 28 days. That's impressive. Mrs. Wilson was very excited and very appreciative. The other 2 items is Electricities had a vote today, and I was put on the board of directors, and I just want to let you know that. And one last thing is, Chief, I don't know if you have anything regarding what shoppers should be looking forward to doing since the holiday season's upon us. Any tips for them in terms of being safe?
It's just about upon us, isn't it? It's close. Friday week. First of all, let me go ahead and say that every year, we have extra patrol from basically Thanksgiving to the end of the year in all the parking lots at the shopping centers. We'll continue that this year. We'll start that up next week. Sheriff's Office will be helping us again as they have in the past. So that's added patrol in the area. But with all the shopping becomes opportunity for the criminal element. So I've jotted down a couple things I can share. First of all, try to shop with a friend or a relative. Safety in numbers. Stay alert and aware of what's going on around you. Park in a well-lighted space if you can. Make sure that you've locked your vehicle. You have the windows rolled up. Do you have any presents, any gifts that you've purchased? Put them in the trunk of the car so they're not visible. You don't want anything visible in the vehicle, period, but especially all those gifts. Along with that, think about, before you go, cleaning out that trunk to where you've got the room for everything you're going to purchase, and be prepared when you go. And also, if you have the opportunity, if you've got the lock on the little trunk release button that's so convenient in the trunk, in the passenger area of the vehicle, lock that so no one else can use that to get into your trunk. If you're going to go to the ATM while you're there, make sure that it's well lit. Again, be prepared, understand the surroundings, make sure there's no one that's loitering around there that doesn't look like they don't belong there. And that's about it. That's about all I can think of right now.
Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Dr. Curley?
I just want to remind the senior citizens of Gastonia that there will be a Thanksgiving dinner held at the Adult Recreation Center. That'll be on Saturday morning, so those that want to attend the Optimus Park dedication at 10, then they can, get some exercise and walk over to the Adult Rec Center and have their Thanksgiving meal afterwards. And that meal every year is sponsored between Gastonia East Rotary Club as well as our own rec department at the Adult Rec Center. So, and that typically, I think, starts about 11, although I think people usually file in a little bit before then. And there's music and dancing, and it's quite a nice event that's held annually. So go out to the Optimus Park and see all the wonderful things that have occurred there, then walk on over to the Adult Rec Center, and then if you still have a little room in your stomach, head downtown and maybe get some ice cream at Spindle City or at Miles or someplace like that. So who knows? But in the spirit of the holidays, let us all take a moment to reflect upon all the blessings that we have, our health, the fact that we do have jobs, the fact that we live in a free nation, that we have an opportunity to worship whoever our Creator may be, and that we have the opportunity to express ourselves freely. And all those we should never take for granted, and that we should also take this time to reach out to those who are less fortunate. So let's remember this Thanksgiving and in the future. So that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Well said. Okay, sir, Mr. Kemp.
Several items, Your Honor. First off, as we approach the holiday season, we've obviously had some concerns about traffic in the Cox Road area, and it's something we've looked at for a number of months. We do have some new signage that's actually coming out, and it's actually in place, and we believe that it's going to be a positive impact on especially folks that are not from the area that want to get back on the interstate. And Flip, I believe you have something we can put on the Elmo. You have it up there, and it's going to we're going to go through. It's going to increase the knowledge of which lane to be in when you want to get on Interstate 85. There's also going to be new universal interstate signs over the highway to further indicate which is the correct travel lane. And we're going to be waiting, hopefully before the shopping day after Thanksgiving, that we're going to have the intersection box lane markings down as well. So we certainly hope and believe this is going to have a positive impact on traffic flow in that area. Certainly not an end-all, do-all, but it's going to be better than it was, and I believe that. Secondly, Mr. Mayor, you initially had talked about our veterans at the beginning of our meeting today. On Veterans Day, and I know I'm going to leave some folks out, but a lot of our different organizations, restaurants, get together and they offer meals for our veterans. And just to give you an idea, as you were just talking about, Dave, in the spirit of giving and how fortunate we are to live in Gastonia in the United States, Olive Garden gave out about 700 meals to veterans. Folks we recognized last year, Golden Corral, they gave out almost 1,200. Applebee's gave out over 500. And Hooters gave out about 175. And these were all free dinners to our veterans, and I wanted to just give them a little shout out and say thank you for what they did. To give you an idea, Golden Corral went through a whole 40-foot truck of food in one day. Lastly, Chief, I was fortunate that I missed a bank robbery by a couple of minutes the other day. Your personnel did an excellent job in responding to that. But it gave rise to a new type of social media out there called Nextdoor. And it's a geographically exclusive, neighborhood-specific way for folks to communicate. But it also has the important outlet that the police department can go in and put very geographically pertinent messages on there, such as you might have had the other day when you were actually tracking the bank robber. Folks that could lock their doors, as you and I talked about, Dave, or what a description might be. And I hope that's something, I know, Todd, you're back there. I hope this is something, brand new technology. About 200 police departments are using it in the United States right now. And it seems like it would interface very well with what we're trying to do with our Twitter. And I'd like to offer that to you at the end of the evening. That's all I have, sir. Have Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you, sir. I think that I had a wonderful, I think Ed Munn did too, had a wonderful outing over at the garage. I used to go over there back in the 70s. I don't remember it too much, but Mike Ryan had retired after 18 years, and I learned a lot while I was over there. It's you don't mess with the ladies in the office. If you do, they've got ways of getting back at you. Now, I learned all that in just a few minutes. For example, they would be, the mechanics, they'd have their tools taped into the box so they couldn't get it out. Things like that. Just fun things. And so between that and some of the fish that he's going to catch at Lake Wild, I enjoyed the afternoon. I really did. So, and it was certainly, I want to thank the staff that has helped in the police on the last Monday at the Veterans Day Parade, and it was certainly a good crowd. Backing up Dr. Curlin's comment about the senior dinner, the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council will also be there assisting as they have done over the years. Okay, anything else? Any other comments? It is just a little after 8 o'clock. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Ed, I got something.